New York State spends $280 million each year to supervise 117,000 probationers. I bet 100,000 of them probably do their whole sentence with no violations. Somebody like me, 2.5 years, no violations. I bet a lot of them go to their early release boards and they get denied because their parole officer or probation officer don't feel like they should be released. And they're non-violent people. Don't have a violent bone in their body, don't have any violence on their record. And parole or probation will not release them. But then you have a man who has a violent history, and because this would be his first non-violent crime, he'll make his release and get released early. I want to ask the governor, Cuomo, you say you're all about tax cuts and everything like that. So, answer my question for me. Why is it so many probationers and parolees that are non-violent don't get released and do their whole bid? Because it's a money game to you guys. And I know you tell us it's not, but it is. If you guys start shutting down prisons, well, people lose jobs. All these correctional officers, parole officers, probation officers, judges, parole judges, all these people lose jobs. My daughter was showing me a thing online where there was a repeated drug offender who gets life in prison. And then underneath in the paper, you know what it said? A sex offender who molested a child got 10 years. So, this drug dealer gets life in prison. But now in 10 years, you're going to release this sex offender so he can come out and ruin a 7, 4, 10-year-old little kid's life forever. And then once that kid gets molested, you know what he usually turns into when he's 18 or 20? Usually a drug addict. I've seen this numerous times in New York State. I've been in prison with many of rapists and child molesters who are only getting 2-year sentences, 5-year sentences. A first-time drug offender in New York State gets 4 flat with 3 posts. That's 7 years of his life because he made a mistake. But a guy who destroys a child's life gets 2-3 years. That's it.